everyone, and thank you for watching my first ever video on my channel. So let's start off right now with this exercise. I've heard it called a side-to-side heel tap. I've heard it called a toe touch, but whatever you call it, you see it happening here. So you'll be doing this for 1 minute, and then after that we're going to take a 15-second rest. So for this circuit, each exercise that you see will be 1 minute with 15-second breaks in between. If you are just starting out, please do what you can. Don't push yourself too hard. If you can't do the full minute, don't feel bad. Take longer breaks if you need. So now we're going to go into a crossover crunch. So sort of opposite knee to opposite elbow is what you're going for. And of course, if any of these exercises feel as though they're putting strain on your neck or your back where they shouldn't be, just be mindful of that and don't do that exercise if it doesn't work for your body. Everyone's body is different and everyone can do different things. I am not yet, at least, a certified personal trainer. I hope to be soon or someday, but for now, just make sure that you know your own limits and know what to do, and I'll try to include modifications when possible, but again, always just doing different reps, different weights, different times are good options to make an exercise easier or more difficult for your body type. I have been doing this specific workout for literally years, and I still do find it effective. And again, of course, everyone will feel differently about different workouts, but I just wanted to share what I've found to work for me. So this next exercise is called a push through. I guess it's also basically just a full sit-up. So by nature of the movement for this exercise, it is not the most flattering. You will most likely have a little tummy roll like I do here. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Almost everyone's carrying a little holiday fluff as well, so that's important to keep in mind. But we're here to work our abs, and no matter which way you sit, you're probably going to have a little roll there. And that's just our bodies, and we have to love and accept that. So just wanted to address that little elephant in the room. This next exercise is a leg lifting exercise. So you're going to lift up one leg and then the other, and then put down one and then the other. I like to alternate just to make sure everything is even. And a quick thank you to Manuela for going around and getting some different views of this exercise, so you can see what's happening. I do like to hold on to the mat because otherwise I find that I sort of move down it and end up with half my body off of it. So if you want to try that, that might be good as well. And I just like to keep my eyes fixed on the ceiling and of course checking the time to see if I'm almost done. If you ever see me laughing throughout this video, it's most likely me laughing at jokes that Manuel is making in the background. For this exercise, it is important too that you are keeping your back pressed to the ground. Make sure you're not arching your back because that will hurt you. So going on to the next one, we're just doing a plain crunch here, nothing special. I know for a lot of people, crunches tend to hurt their neck. So what I found helps me is if I just keep my eyes trained on the ceiling and sort of push upward instead of forward to my legs. That makes a big difference for me. So here we're just doing a vertical leg crunch, so just legs up in the air, and then a plain crunch from there. Again, I do the same thing that I sort of push up rather than forward with my chest and my body, so that helps my neck. Again, make sure you're taking your rests in between, so I have cut a lot of those out just for the sake of time, but I do 15 seconds, and feel free to modify that for your own body and needs. So now we're moving on to cross-armed crunches. So you're just going to cross your arms over your chest and do a regular crunch. I know that this one has been especially hard for some people. Some of my friends who have done this workout with me have said that this one has hurt their neck. So again, make sure that you're pushing up toward the ceiling as opposed to forward. Of course, if you do try that adjustment and the exercise still doesn't feel right for you, just go ahead and cut it right out. Our second to last exercise will be another sort of leg extension. I do cross my ankles and then I pull them into my chest and then extend my legs fully out. Again, I hold onto the mat because I do find myself sort of moving down the mat as I go through the minute of exercise. So if that's something you want to try, go ahead and do that. And just like the last variation of a leg extension, it is important to keep your back pressed down to the mat. Some people find it helpful for this one to sort of put your hands under the end of your bum, so that's another option to try. So the last exercise will just be a bicycle crunch. A lot of people are probably familiar with this, but for those of you who aren't, it's going to be again like the crossover crunch, that you put your opposite knee toward your opposite elbow, but the difference here is that you're keeping your legs up in that 90-degree angle the whole time. A lot of people do their bicycle crunches a lot faster than I do. I like to sort of isolate the movements just so I feel them more in my obliques. That's what works for me. Again, it might not work for you. You might like to do them faster, and that's totally fine as well. So thank you so much for sticking through this first video. I will be also posting content on my Instagram at AliciaBarry1298. If you do try this workout, please let me know what you think of it. If you have any suggestions for videos, please let me know. And always please do subscribe and like the video if you like what I'm doing here. And until next time.